Hi, this is Beyond the Four Walls. I am Dr. Courtney Harris,
And I'm Crystal Harris.
and we are excited to start this new chapter with our ministry,
Yes.
which is specifically geared towards the husband and wife team, the wonderful covenant and union of marriage. Our hopes are that we would be able to provide some insight and encouragement to our fellow husband and wife teams out there.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
Well, our company is Beyond the Four Walls, and we are about establishing or helping marriages, so couples, and we have so many issues in today's society with family structure and just keeping marriage together. I mean, we can attest we've been through several trials ourselves, correct?
Several.
And we've been able to come through basically on top, right?
We've
For
come
the
through them.
majority.
Yeah, we've come through them all, and it's really a blessing. I'm so blessed by my wife,
And I'm blessed by you.
and and it means the world to me. It helps me to keep going. As being the head of the home, the head of my wife and my family, as um, as God has designed us. So that's the key thing about how we operate, and is that we are endeavoring to live our lives based upon how the Word of God instructs. So we had to make a quick adjustment because the camera died, but that's okay. To God be the glory. We do not plan to be stopped in that which we feel that we're called to do in the earth. And one of our slogans, and actually our second book, is called Never Quit. So we're going to keep going, and don't mind that little interruption, but we're back on course. Mm-hmm. And this first video, just so you know, is just sort of introductory to see, sort of explain what our mission, our purpose is as a husband and wife team under the umbrella of God, first of all, but under our company of Beyond the Four Walls. And as I said prior to the splice of the videos, that we are living our lives based upon biblical teaching as best as possible. We're not perfect, we understand that, but we've just found that
and there is no perfect marriage.
And there is no perfect marriage.
Yes.
Well, I think we found that, living our lives closely as possible to what the Bible teaches has afforded us a great level of peace. Mm-hmm. As Crystal was saying, we've been through a lot of things, a lot, as we all have. But I think one of the things that really makes us feel really successful is that we've taken those things and really ran towards those things that made us uncomfortable, mm-hmm. which in turn has made us stronger.
Yeah, I mean, because it got a lot of things out of us that necessarily, I don't know, didn't help us as a couple and really don't help us as individuals or seeds to be utilized for God. So, I don't know, just like, trials come, tribulations come to make us stronger and to purge us of some of our own nasty ways, I guess.
Yeah, those, interesting thing about, I guess, our heart for making marriages work as we did ours, and we're not, or at least I'll say for myself, I'm not a special person in the sense that I have something that no one else has, mm-hmm. but I think the difference is that from others that we've seen and what the statistics are, half of marriages work. I think half work because
we give up.
They choose to keep going, and the other half chooses to quit.
Mm-hmm. It's really a decision.
Yeah, it's all up. It's really up to you, and I think the men, we have the power to make that.
A lot easier for the woman to make the decision to stay.
Well, that, and we have the power to make or break the marriage. Really, it's really that serious for you really to know your position within the relationship and how much influence you have on your wife and on your family. Mm-hmm. So those are some of the things again that we're sort of going to be discussing each time we deliver this video. Not just issues, but our negative issues, because we definitely want to talk about how to get through those things, because it takes time, because it takes some maturity, it takes some getting over yourself,
determination,
it takes a lot of communication, but we also want to address some of the wonderful things that comes out of pushing through those hard times. And we also want to talk about just current events and how we respond as husband and wife to those things, those societal pressures, because they are seriously real.
Yes. They do impact the marriage and do impact the family.
Yeah, in a major way, and so much that you may find yourself doing some things that you've been doing for a while that you really didn't realize, because you've just sort of been going with the flow of the world, which is not necessarily a good thing if you're not aware of what you're going with. So that is our heart. Again, as husband and wife, we want to see people make it. Yeah. We want people to be successful, and we don't have a perfect marriage, but one thing that we have decided not to do is to never quit on each other.
And you can have joy in your marriage. You can have joy with one another. Like some people I hear, how they talk about their spouses and, going back home, and it's not something they look forward to. And you can have that, we can be happy and joyful with spending time with one another and actually enjoy it.
Yes. Yes, I love to get home from work when I'm done, because it's again, it goes back into to what you have put in, and I think through the things that we've been through, we've created an atmosphere in our home where it's peaceful and it's inviting, and it's a place where we want to be together. You got married because you wanted to be with someone.
And I hear testaments. A lot of people say that they feel like they can't be themselves when they're at home,
and that's a shame.
It's a hard thing to hear, because you have to live with this person. You have to be a lot of your hours at home with this person, and not to feel comfortable.
Yeah. So we want to thank you. As I said, we're going to tackle different issues, and this is unrehearsed, and I think that's the best way to come about, because this is how we are. I'm very transparent. It's one of the things my wife tells me about. Sometimes I might be too transparent, but for me personally, I found that the best way to be for me is for my own peace sake. Now, just one quick note before we let you go is that yes, we are one. We are joined together, but we still have individual things that we like. We have individual traits about our character, but we don't allow those individual things to ruin our peace. So that means that sometimes we have to make that a necessary adjustment for the greater good. Because I'm submitting to my wife, she's submitting to me, and we're constantly giving back to each other, back and forth, so that we can maintain the level of peace that we know is best. Because it's aside from the husband and wife dynamic, we have children who are looking at us, and we are raising them up to know how to operate when they have their own families. So we want to be good stewards over everything that we have. I want to be a good steward with the wife that God has blessed me with, and I want to be a good steward over the children that He has blessed me with through my wife. So it's brothers, you can do it. Yeah. You have.
We have to let go of the slogan of "This is just the way that I am." This is just the way that I am.
We'll discuss that on our next segment. Because
it's okay to a degree. Why?
That was me.
This is just me. We have to let that go and become who God wants us to be.
Cool. I am Courtney Harris.
I'm Crystal Harris.
And we are encouraging you to